in Michigan lands, number one running back, Savian Hyder. What type of recruit is Michigan getting, Steve?
Well, if you were here for the live broadcast, you would have heard me say that Michigan just landed the most explosive, dynamic prospect in the 2026 class. He is the most dangerous player in the nation with the football in his hands. 5'11", over 200 pounds. He is a plug and play player for the Maize and Blue. And Michigan has a talented backfield, one of the best in college football coming into the season, with Jordan Marshall, Justice Haynes, but Savian Hyder, you put him in any room, he's going to have a chance to play and play a lot. He is explosive in the kick return game, 5 kick returns for touchdowns over the last 2 seasons. He shines on the defensive side of the ball. Because of all that, he reminds me of Travion Henderson, the number one ranked running back in the nation a few cycles ago, had a great career at Ohio State, already looking like he's going to make a difference for the New England Patriots. Savian Hyder is someone that can help make an impact for Michigan on special teams right away and in the backfield. And when you talk about their style of play, they're a ground and pound football team that will take its or pick its spots in the passing game. They've had some really good backs as of late, like a Blake Corum, but Savian Hyder, he has me thinking of the heights of the Mike Harts, the Tyrone Wheatleys, the Tim Batukas. That's how talented Savian Hyder is. I expect him to be a great player for Michigan.
Yeah, the Michigan fans are fired up. All right, so he had a Final Four of, you had rival Ohio State in there, and then you had 2 SEC powers in Tennessee and Georgia. Sharon Moore and his staff, though, they get it done. Take us behind the scenes of this one.
Well, I think this was an old school type recruiting win for Michigan and Savian Hyder. It starts with relationships, the comfortability that they had with Coach Moore and Coach Tony Alford. Tony Alford was probably his longest standing relationship on the recruiting trail. He offered him in 2023 when he was the running backs coach at Ohio State, and that relationship was a smooth transition to Ann Arbor. And he got to campus and felt at home. And look, he felt like a major priority for Michigan. If Michigan was drafting players in the 2026 class, Savian Hyder would be their number 1 overall pick. That's where he was at on their board. Michigan had some must-gets in this cycle. Savian Hyder, Carter Meadows, Titan Davis, Malachi Lee. They went out and landed them all. But Savian Hyder, for the needs of the program, how much they valued his talent and his ability, he was number 1 overall for Michigan this cycle. And the family felt that felt that love, that priority, and the impact that he could have on a program and helping restore them to the college football playoff and the national championship. And so that the relationships, being inside the big house, the fan base, what Michigan brings to the table academically, those were all things that meant a lot to Savian Hyder and his family. Certainly we're in modern recruiting, and NIL is relevant. And when you're a 5-star, you have an opportunity to really bring in a big number. But for Savian Hyder, I think his recruitment was more NIL aware and not NIL chase. You know, there's some prospects out there that are going after programs. Can I get 50K more? Can I get 100K more, 50K more on top of that? And so for Savian Hyder, obviously, you know, a recruitment of his magnitude, there's going to be some NIL talked about, but I think it was an old school recruiting win because of relationships, how much he's felt at home, the priority he was for Michigan, believing in that program and his place in it, and then just going to play for guys he's comfortable in front of a great fan base.
Yeah, great day for Michigan fans, as we said. Michigan now has 23 commitments. They slide into the top 10. They bump the Miami Hurricanes to number 11 as Michigan sits in that 10 spot. So right now, what are your thoughts on Michigan class kind of as a whole?
Well, for a second year in a row, they're pushing for a top 10 recruiting class. And I think when you look at what they've been able to do on the trail, it's playing to their strengths, their identity, going out and landing guys that play the style of football that they're known for. And Michigan is a team that over this last stretch where they've won the Big Ten championship and national championship, they're a disruptive team, guys in the front 7 that are tough to block. And Carter Meadows, Titan Davis, and Julian Walker are 3 high upside, very tradesy, long, explosive defensive linemen. They're going to bring a lot of versatility to Michigan's front 7. And this is a program that's produced the likes of Aiden Hutchinson, Kwity Paye, Kenneth Grant, guys that dominated football games and made plays behind the line of scrimmage to get offenses off script. Michigan's gone out there and landed one of the best front sevens in the country this cycle. And then getting playmakers on offense to be more explosive. They have their quarterback, 5-star Bryce Underwood, and then they have Brady Smeagol in this class. They already have Peter Bork in the next class. So that's a 5-star and 2 4-stars. They want to get them some weapons. Savian Hyder, no better weapon in 2026. There's not a touchdown waiting to happen more so than with Savian Hyder. And Travis Johnson was one of their top receiver targets. I thought he was fantastic at the overtime OT7 playoffs this summer, where he showed that he was truly one of the top wide receivers in the country. And then tight end Matt Ludwig was another priority recruit for Michigan in this class. They beat Notre Dame, Texas A&M, Georgia, Tennessee for Matt Ludwig out of the state of Montana. So these are programs and positions that Michigan's known for year in and year out. And this cycle, they went out and landed their top players at the positions, which include offensive tackle Malachi Lee out of Hawaii as well.
Quite a statement for Michigan recruiting. Michigan fans, talk to Steve and I. How you guys feeling about this 2026
They're
class?
Flip Devon Benjamin. They're going to flip Kerry Adams. Who are they going to flip? One of those guys. Didn't mean to cut you off, Josh, but we want to hear their answers.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that is what is next. Taking out the spatula. The season's here. Who are your priority flip targets? Put it in the comments section below.